Okay, guys, so I'm very excited for today. My heartbeat is racing. I'm honestly a little nervous, freaking out a tad bit because we have, well, pretty much something that we've been pumping up for the last couple weeks, a winner for the Moonwatch. Okay, but first, I'm going to go ahead and also stream from Instagram so that my Instagram audience can go ahead and be involved as well. We're going to wait for this. And it's going to be fun because people have been asking some questions about who I've been partnering with, about how this process works. And I know that you guys respect my opinions when it comes to maybe like wristwatches and things like that. But when it comes to these kind of competitions and all the back end stuff, why not just hear from another winner? So I have someone that's actually joining me on Instagram. So for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, it's at The Simple Consultant, or you can just look up the time teller. I show up there as well. But I have my buddy Pedro, who I didn't know until just a few moments ago. So I'm actually going to be going live with him on my Instagram, but you guys on the mic are going to be hearing from him, and I'm going to be showing you what he looks like as well, so don't you worry. Let's see, I told him to join me. Let's see if I just accepted his request. But yeah, it's really, really funny because I think I'm going to talk to him about it. Watch collectors are not stupid, and I think a lot of us really do want to and are forced to pay attention and really scrutinize where we put our money. And I spoke to some of the guys at Wolf Watch Club about this phenomenon where, buying watches is different than a lot of other types of items. You have to be very, very careful with what you... I don't know what's going on here. I keep accepting his request to join. It says he's unable to join, and I don't know why. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give him a call. Let's see. Stand by, guys. This is live television for you. But yeah, people are forced to be kind of hyper involved and really scrutinize where they put their money because aside from simple, purchases day to day, when it comes to wristwatches, you hear all these horror stories left and right about people getting a Franken watch, which is a watch that has obviously a bunch of different parts that may or may not be authentic. People that just get straight up fake watches. All the way to people who don't get a watch at all, and they got scammed and duped from the get-go. So whenever you hear something that sounds too good to be true, or a deal just too sweet, what do I always tell my audience? I see people here joining in. We got Anthony, we got Mostly Harmless. I tell you guys to probably shy away from it. And I gotta be honest, when I first heard of Wolf Watch Club, I immediately had to inquire as to, kind of more information and everything. And again, I'm going to be getting him on the call right now. I think it's kind of valuable to hear it from the horse's mouth. Pedro, what's going on? I don't know why. It was saying you were unable to join me on Instagram, but we're kind of on the fly, rolling with the punches. So I'm actually going to be showing you on screen to my audience so that they know that you are, in fact, a real person. So wave to the audience of the Time Teller channel, Pedro. So,
Hello there.
okay, I've heard that you do have a little bit of your feet dipped into the watch collecting world aside from simply being a watch collector. Is that true?
Just a tiny bit, yes.
Okay. So
I've been a watch collector for a long time.
Okay. And are you part of any of the, show circuit, the meetup circuit, things like that, or?
Yeah, I co-founded a Red Bar Detroit chapter.
Okay.
And I am a member of the GPHG as well.
Awesome. So recently, I don't know, Pedro, if you're familiar with my channel, we spoke about that award ceremony, and we actually went over looking at one of the first Chinese watchmakers to ever win an award from them. So that's actually really cool. And Red Bar, that's kind of something that's worldwide at this point, isn't it?
Absolutely is. Yeah. When we started, this was about 12 years ago. I think we were the second Red Bar group to join after New York.
That's crazy. And Detroit, Detroit's a happening place, especially when you think about the history of industry in that area, and Shinola as a watchmaker kind of trying to revamp that history. I've been very critical of them in the past, but at some point, you do have to kind of appreciate them trying to start something with the Detroit name. So I give credit where it's due. So
absolutely.
So okay, aside from you being a very handsome gentleman, you can see him with the beard and everything. I like his style. Why am I talking to you today? So you are part of Red Bar. You are part of a very prestigious award, accolade giver to the watch community, horological community. But you also happen to be a winner of the most recent, aside from this one that just ended today, the last Wolf Watch Club drawing. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I was floored when I heard the news, and I'm so excited about it. I think this is the first time I win a raffle like this at all.
So,
like in all my life.
So here's the thing. This is something that I'm hearing from a lot of people. I've had some of my followers write to me, and they say, I can't even imagine what that would be like to win. I've never won anything. And I think that's kind of the appeal of this kind of competition, of this kind of game, if you will. But my question to you specifically, you're in the watch world. You are, I would say probably a non-casual. I would not consider you a casual, right? So you hear all the horror stories. I'm sure, right? Of someone who is, I went on eBay and I was looking for a Seiko Pogue, and it ends up that this isn't original, the handset's not original, and the movement isn't even the movement that's supposed to be in there. Or, I went on Chrono 24 and this listing, it looked so good, and then, but it ends up that it was just a nightmare and blah, 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 blah. So what did you think when you saw, forgive me if I'm wrong, you won the Pelagos, correct?
That is correct, yes.
So what did you think when you saw, okay, the entry, it's under $100, it's well under $100, and I could be winning a watch that's, substantially more expensive than that. Did you have any second thoughts? Did you have any questions? Kind of walk me through that.
Absolutely. So think about it. I've been on Instagram for a good 10, 12 years now, and, every now and then somebody hits me up and say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, so I've seen a lot of raffle guys trying to do stuff like this, and, I've got through some scams as well. So I always am very attentive because, I don't want to have my followers, waste money for nothing, right?
Totally.
So when I saw Wolf Watch Club, I spoke to Mark and I sent him a DM and say, is this legit? Can you talk about it? He was very open. He wanted to talk to me over the phone. That time I was overseas in Brazil, my country home, visiting family. So I said, it's not necessary, but we spoke a lot on DM, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. So he explained to me what he's doing, what he's trying to do. He showed me the platform. So I got a little more confident about it, right? Still, you always think about it because, like you said, there are scammers everywhere, right?
Every watch collector I know has a horror story. You, me, everyone.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, after spending some time with him, talking to him, I felt really, really good about it. And I figured, I'll help you out as much as I can, and let's see what happens. So the rest is story.
So here's my question. People in the audience are asking, how many tickets did you buy, if you don't mind me asking you?
Yes, I bought 2 tickets.
2 tickets. Interesting. Okay, so this should show you guys at home that People necessarily trying to dominate the map, technically it does increase your odds, but you could just be a very lucky person like Pedro here and, hit a home run on a 2-ticket purchase. That's not bad, dude. You did pretty well for 2 tickets. You did
Absolutely.
very well.
I remember he started the leaderboard, and I saw some guys buying like 10 tickets,
Mm-hmm.
8 tickets. I'm like, no way am I gonna win this, right? And we'll
Right.
buy 2 tickets. When I got the news, I cannot
Right.
believe it.
Right.
It's when it's supposed to be lucky, it's lucky, right?
Right.
I guess.
Right, and so people at home are confused. We have not announced the winner of the Omega just yet. I'm speaking to Pedro. He's the founder of Red Bar Detroit, and he actually is, coincidentally, the winner of the last drawing that Wolf Watch Club did for the Pelagos. So, I heard you kind of speak as to the communication and the openness from Mark over at Wolf Watch Club, and I've got to say one thing that I really appreciated, because I had when they spoke to me about just being a collaborator as far as like an influencer in the watch world goes, I immediately had a ton of questions, and believe me, there's a lot of brands and companies that write to YouTube channels like mine that are not nearly as open and as communicative as Wolf Watch Club has been. So what would you tell the people at home who might be interested in potentially joining in for the next Wolf Watch Club draw?
Just join. It really is a legit business. He's doing his best, to bring this to the watch fam. We've seen raffles everywhere of all sorts of products, very rarely in watches. First, because it's expensive. Second, because you don't know if it's legit or not.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to do something that's really difficult, really tough, but he's a great guy. The team is great. He goes on with the raffle, even if he doesn't sell all the tickets. So that tells you a lot, right? He's building the audience, he's building the public. So, after going through everything and being one winner,
Mm-hmm.
one lucky winner, I should say, it's really legit and you should play. It's a lot of money for some, but still, $39.90, I think it's a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. Get your feet wet, try out. The platform is really good. I know he's doing some enhancements on the platform as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He shows a certificate after drawing. So he's bringing all seriousness on it, right? He's still young. He's growing his platform.
Right.
But yeah, I think you ought to try. There's the only one way to find out is trying. And, me, Pedro, Detroit Watch guy, I put my name behind it. And like
That's
you,
awesome.
I'm always very careful on putting my name on, other brands.
For sure.
Because, reputation goes like this, right? So
Immediately, yeah.
You wanna,
yeah.
And
it's
make sure you stand behind somebody that's really legit.
100%. And the thing is, like, the watch community, and you know this from being a meetup leader, the watch world is so small. YouTube's having a little bit of an issue. I know YouTube can still hear me, but sometimes the servers lag a little bit. The watch world is so small that if you put your name behind something that you're not sure of, or if you dare speak on something that ends up being a total catastrophic failure, scam, I think you and I both know enough to not even dabble in that. And so it's funny because, like I've been saying this whole time, they spoke to me just to partner with them to promote this raffle, or this competition, I should say, because it really is a competition.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
and it's funny because I was like, well, I would like to learn more. Like, who won? How does this work? And they were very forthcoming. And the fact that I'm even able to speak to a prior winner and see the certificate and everything, it's like a lot of these other raffles or sweepstakes or other things that label themselves whatever they want to label. You just hear of it ending and then you never hear from any winner or anything, and they just move on to the next one. I think it's really cool that they're really trying to be as transparent as possible and really involve the community, because after all, it's not just a competition, it's a watch club, and I really do appreciate that.
Absolutely, 100% agree. 100% agreed.
So, Pedro, we're going to go ahead and on YouTube finally announce the Omega winner. And so, again, I wanted to thank Pedro from Red Bar Detroit. Please, Pedro, don't be a stranger. You and I will speak, and please join us on the live stream. We're going to be doing the... Oh, man, I'm going to be pushing the button here in a second. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, bro.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Okay, so I know that the server lagged, but fear not. I can still, boom, show you my screen. And check this out. Even if YouTube doesn't want me showing you my ugly face, I can still show you how this works. So to be clear, I, the time teller, Jory Goodman, am not choosing the winner today. Wolf Watch Club is not even choosing the winner today. They utilize randomdraws.com. This is totally randomized. I have nothing to do with this, and neither does Wolf Watch Club, actually. So the first count is actually just the header line, and there, I believe, were 263 entries. Again, the extra entry is just the header row. And we are going to go ahead and submit the draw. Woo! Drum roll, please, guys. People are saying, oh my god, here it comes. I'm excited for the winner. AI is choosing it. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Okay. It has, let me see, winner publication. Where does it say? Joaquin Boz. Congratulations to Joaquin Boz. You are the winner of a 2025 brand new inbox Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch. And this is a Speedy Professional. This isn't simply a, Moon Swatch. This is the big boy, full fat Speedmaster. It's not even a Speedy Reduced. You have one of the most iconic chronographs, probably one of the most iconic watches ever made. Joaquin, I hope you're here to watch this. Either way, Wolf Watch Club will be getting in touch with you. So you don't really have to do anything. They have your information. They're going to be getting in touch with you. And you will be receiving, again, a brand new inbox Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch. So guys, there you have it. Pedro is here in the chat. Huge congrats, man. Welcome to the Winners Club. I bet it feels good, but I didn't win this time around, so maybe next time, guys. But them's the breaks. So, guys, I had a whole lot of fun. We'll see what happens next draw. But again, I'm just so blessed that I could be a part of this at all. Just kind of giving you guys behind-the-scenes access and revealing the winner. But the dudes over at Wolf Watch Club have been super nice to me. They've been super transparent. I've had questions. And I'm sure you guys have had questions, and guess what? Every person that has reached out to them has gotten a very, personable response, and I know this because people have been writing me and hitting me up and saying, oh my god, I wrote to Wolf Watch Club, and the dudes over there are so cool. So, yeah, I think it's incredible. And you can see, he bought one ticket. That's insane. So he bought one ticket and he won. So congratulations, Joaquin. You got essentially a $7,300 watch for $39.99. And maybe you got it for even less if you use the Time Teller's coupon code. But who knows? Okay, guys. Sal Perez says, if you guys have another, I'm buying 20 tickets. Hey, do it. Best of luck to everyone on the next one, and yeah, that's kind of all I got for you today. Congratulations, and thanks for playing, everybody. I mean, Wolf Watch Club is not my brand, but I had a whole lot of fun presenting and sharing this with you, and thanks to Wolf Watch Club for keeping me along and having me present this to you all. So I will see you guys later. Monday, we probably will be having something coming out here, and Wolf Watch Club says we'll be back this week, guys. Lots more watches to give away. All right, guys. I will see you later. Golf for me too says, can't wait till the next drawing. So stay tuned for next week. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. And always remember, I did